Hello. Thank you for holding on Ronin insurance page. Robocop, shut the fuck up, bro. We're about to start this game, okay? Thank you. All I can say is Ronky. That's it. That's all that's going on in my head today. All right. We're gonna have a good show. Give us a minute. I'm gonna chug some coffee and then we'll start. All right. Sound good? Sound great? Sounds awesome. Enjoy the insurance music. It definitely is my birthday today. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Yeah. Look at the title. The title is so elite. Songs to empty. I can't even talk. Songs to occupy an empty noggin. All of you need this because you all look like this. Every single one of you. All right. I hope you're ready for today's show. We're gonna talk to you guys about the plays that are happening this summer. Ronin's gonna win. It's inevitable at this point. I appreciate everyone that's pulling in right now. Already 140 you guys. I'm here, bro. I'm here. I'm ready. I may sound tired, and guess what? I am tired. Like, center stage me. I'm fucking Ronky. Move. I'm tired. I got a new camera. You see? Yo, boy. Okay, no, let's start the show. I'm being unprofessional. Welcome. If this is your first time tuning into the Ronin Radio, what's going on? It's Tuesday. It's our first day of the week. We got lots to cover, man. A lot happened. I went to a wedding over this weekend. That doesn't matter. But I missed a lot of stuff, so I had to do a lot of catching up yesterday. And while I was catching up, there was some information leaked to me. It's been leaked, bro. You guys don't know it. I know it. These two guys next to me kind of know it too. We might talk about it a little bit today, but we're not going to give away too much. I'm just going to say this. It's not my birthday, though. Okay. And on that note, welcome to the show. Stark and 1437. We're in the building, man. We're in the building. We're ready.
I've got to say, I'm starting to get used to that headset of yours. I'm going to miss it when it's gone.
I think I need to buy Rallo's.
I never noticed that it was blue on the top. I think I was so focused on the ears. I thought it was pure.
Oh, it's rainbow. It's like, come on, bro. LGBTQ 2 plus 2 is 554 times 11. That's what we stand for.
Yep.
I like your shirt, though. Talking about some fashion sense today. Ooh, let's get it. Thieman, you got any? Actually, you know, the aura farming is like a so fun thing. I don't know if you guys know about Sofon as an ecosystem. Can we do some aura farming today? You got some aura farming for me, Theben, which means like flex your outfit right now.
I think he's flexing his mug. No, the mug. What's the mug?
He's on.
Listen. It was a long weekend. Well, not
okay, look, I'm just gonna do this, right? Theben has the wrong mic connected to his account or to the thing right now, so we're gonna sort that out and then we're gonna get the show started. For aura farming though, real quick, bam, that's aura farming.
Under Armour, nice.
Not just the socks and sandals. I'm just out here, bro.
Oh.
I'm basically a 50-year-old dad already, but
I'm not gonna show you my bright blue Crocs then.
oh no, please do. Bright blue
They're
clocks.
They're not on me. They're not on me right now. I'll go get them for the second half of the show. I don't wear shoes
Okay.
anymore.
Hey, well, if that's something to look forward to on today's show, then there.
Hey, if we run out of content, we know, that's
yeah, we know where to go. Blue Crocs. All right, let's bring it back. Have we sorted that mic out, bro?
Hello?
much better.
You hear me? All right, good.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, Stark, what do you think?
The quality is better, but the volume's still a bit low.
Hello? You don't hear me?
We can hear
You've
you.
been
but
messing with
it's-
your settings. To be
Yeah.
fair, Theban's been back streaming. So if you haven't seen Theban live on Twitch yet, go back to your Twitch and reactivate it because that Twitch account has been catching dust for so very long. I know you probably don't have his notifications on, but he started to stream again, and this is good. This is a good sign for the industry at large. If Theban is streaming again, things are coming. Good stuff's about to happen. All right, but. By the by, if this is your first time tuning in, we are the degenerates on Ronin that cover everything that happens in this ecosystem every single week. Of course, we look at some broader things outside of the ecosystem. We talk about the vibes of the industry, everything like that. So you're in the right place if you are trying to get in touch with the Ronin ecosystem. And right now is probably, other than like a few weeks ago, still we're in what I believe the most opportunistic period of time. We're going to talk to you guys about, well, I'm going to talk to you about some of the thoughts that I have, what will happen this summer, and also what the Ronkies are going to be excited for over the course of the next few weeks. We did hit 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So if you are here watching on YouTube right now, leave a comment. We're going to pick 2 subscribers to win 2 Ronki NFTs. And yeah, we're going to give them away
Let's go.
today by the end of the show. So
Just in time to become Ronki rice farmers. We're gonna have,
Yes,
we're adding
yes,
2
yes.
people to that ecosystem.
well, we've seen it, right? We've seen it on the TLs. There's been a little bit of leaking. Our boy Sushi leaked an image. I think it was for me last night, but it was today. So the rice farming is real. Like, I can confirm rice farming is going to happen. When it's going to happen, we cannot confirm as such just yet. But I am going to say it like this. I'm going to start the show off like this. I genuinely think, just like Tama, we're going to see a mass rotation, boys. We're going to see a mass rotation. I don't know. We've seen it before in this ecosystem. I don't know if there's enough volume of people, 1, and capital, 2, to uphold everything that exists right now when the real competitor, the mascot of the Ronin network, Ronki, steps into town with an actual working and more well thought out, I would like to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not, I'm
Well,
not offensive, but a better
almost-
product, right?
Almost has to be, right? Because it's even if you put on par of equal talent people, you're learning from other people's mistakes. So when you add to the mix how much talent is in the people behind, or the people who are participating in the Ronki ecosystem, that plus lesson learned equals much, much better.
Yes. Yeah, taking on the mistakes.
Expert
and
Expert
the
Ponzinomics, as we say.
yeah, absolutely. Experts. No, to be fair, there's a lot of cool things happening in the ecosystem right now. We've had Puffverse, the PFVS TGE. I think it just happened literally 15 minutes ago. It's #1 trending, but that's on the hour chart for Ronin. I'm going to share this through so you guys can see what we're looking at. So these are the top trending tokens right now on Ronin network. You can see Ronki is there. It's second, but over the course of the last hour, we've seen PFVS come to life. Puffverse token. Now, I was making jokes in the Moses Discord the other day of like, okay, so can somebody tell me how this thing won't go to 0? There weren't many responses. So like I always have to kind of, I don't know, scrutinize, look at it and be like, okay, well, Puffverse looked really, really cool, right? I'm going to say it from my opinion. It looked dope. When it first came to Ronin, I was like, oh my God, party game. Everyone's going to be on this. We're going to be able to like wager like private lobbies. And it just felt like nothing really happened, right? And now fast forward like a year and a half almost later, we're sitting here with Puffverse as the only game. Well, actually, Pixels was on Binance too, but they were in Binance's alpha program, which is where you collect points for doing things in the Binance platform. And then you get some kind of airdrop allocation for specific tokens that are in their alpha program. And that's how PFVS was allocated to people on Binance. It was good for exposure. They had the post go live. I think it was yesterday. It was all pretty quick turnaround. But to have a post from the official Binance page is pretty big. And so exposure is good. But I don't know where this thing goes, right? Because if you look at Puffverse, we can look into some of the documentations. It's super complex. Like it's really, really complex. There's like the NFTs. There's been like seasonal campaigns in the past that tie into like gameplay. There's so many layers to their ecosystem or their economy that it deterred me in the past, right? And now we add in the token. I don't know if it's still as complex, but is it something that you guys are even looking at? Like, yes, let's just make this statement. This is great, right? There's a lot of games out here dying, shutting down, not able to survive. And you've got Ronin games who are launching, through one of the biggest centralized exchanges on the planet through their alpha program. So there's huge positives here, but is it attractive to any of you guys is my question today. I feel like Theban, you haven't even looked at this, right? I feel like you're on mute. You're on mute, but I feel like you haven't even bothered to like entertain.
Is it better? My mic?
Yes.
Okay. I switched it over to my headset. Yeah, the thing about it's funny when you said is it going to zero, because we were having this conversation yesterday, and your first reaction was like, "What? Why?" And then I'm like, I think right now the model for any game is you always ask it, okay, why is this game not going to zero? Always. Instead of like, it used to be, why do you think this game would go to zero, right? Like we always had optimism, but I feel like with most tokens, people haven't really thought about, okay, what is the purpose of the token? Why are we launching this, right? Is this for like something that you have planned for 3-4 years down the line? Then why buy it now? Right? Yeah. Why not buy it in some bear and so on? And so there's like a lot of, thinking and thesis that you need before doing any of these stuff. And for Puffverse, I think they probably have some kind of connection, in my opinion, right?
They have to.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing though, right? Like I think overall it's a net positive for Ronin. I think it's gonna bring a lot more attention and maybe especially give some more optimism, and because Binance is also listing a gaming token again, like it's possible that we might be reaching a risk on environment, right? Like we've seen Bitcoin, it's at 110K, but the alts haven't really truly rallied the same way that you would normally see if Bitcoin was at all-time highs. That's because like people are still cautious. A lot of the new money coming into Bitcoin is from like traditional markets, and they only care about Bitcoin, right? Maybe they might care about Ethereum and so on down the line, or they're accumulating at these lower prices. But like, if they all care about Bitcoin, it's not like previous cycles where when Bitcoin reaches all-time high and then it goes through like this distribution stage, the money flows into or rotates into like these alts and they pump like crazy, right? So it's just a different environment, and I think it's just good for gaming in general. Like if you got a token launching, I haven't really looked into what their like tokenomics is. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we should actually do that live on stream at some point.
Well, let's do it right now. Yeah. What is PFVS? It's used as a circulating token for major paid scenarios through the Puffverse, and has a complete closed loop economic model with output, stake, burn, and buyback for ensuring the long-term and stable development of Puffverse. It can not only motivate and encourage users to actively engage in the Puffverse, but also reward developers who contribute to the development of the game. Now that is like the shiny hello marketing team statement. of PFVS. This is the allocation, right? There's a max supply of 1 billion, 12% to the team. There's a 10% strategic sale. Maybe this is the Binance. There's a private sale, marketing at 13.5%. I go to the community is 1%. Advisory gets 5.5. Liquidity pool reserve is 8%. The play to earn, so in-game rewards, will be 18%. Yield farming is 6% for the staking, and the eco growth is 16%. Sad thing here is that I go to the community is the smallest allocation on this chart. I actually did see a tweet that I think I bookmarked it. It was by Coded, and he, let me see what he said. He said it. Let me share it on the screen.
Quite. Yeah. Go ahead.
And at the end of the day, holders are penalized again. Web3 has been the best way for teams to raise money, release tokens, give it to Web2 people, and penalize the NFT holders. Puff also following this same path. Heard that less than 0.075% of supply was given to Genesis holders. Genesis with 900 plus luck got same drop as 360 luck, which is a trait that's in the NFT itself and actually was causing price differentiation when these NFTs were hot. I would like to suggest Puffverse team to change max luck to 360 for every Genesis NFTs. This is obviously a little bit of salt. People that believed in Puffverse when it first came to Ronin probably did well. There were campaigns, incentives, initiatives to buy these NFTs. People were collecting the IGO points, right? IGO shares for Puff Genesis holders, only then to find out at TGE that only a single percent was going to be allocated for those endeavors. And people probably, like, let's be real, they paid stupid money for an NFT that, one, it makes sense because it gives you access to the game and certain features. Multiple made more sense in the campaign, but now doesn't seem as rewarding. So I can understand the disgruntled nature of it. Do you guys have any Puffverse assets?
Nope.
You have any? So I have.
But what strikes me here, plus it's right next to it. But like, what is that? 15% for marketing?
Yes.
Can you look at it? Is it 15?
13.5.
And he said it was 0.07 for IGO. So, or sorry,
yeah, it boosted up a little bit.
Yeah.
So
go ahead. No, I was just saying, like, that's the thing that sticks out to me, as in, like, for me, marketing and web changes a bit its form in Web3 because your players are your best marketers. So I would have. It's funny. That's just what comes up, jumps up to me, is that that shouldn't even exist, and it should be more to the community, and the community does your marketing. But
Web2 approach, really, right?
Looking at this, I mean, we also need to say what the purpose of the token itself is, right? Like, you can't just say, "Oh, it's for the development of the game." Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, you gotta know what you're using it for. Why would we want to buy it? And like, is there any actual whatever? Can you go back to that chart again? Okay, so you see this chart, right? Or this, like, what do you call this? A pie, whatever. Team. Strategic team is team. Strategic sale is team. Private sale is team. Marketing is team.
Team.
Advisory
kind of team.
Liquidity pool reserve. All right. Play to earn. That's supposed to be over the course of, like, its lifespan.
Its life cycle,
right?
So it's not like
yield farming.
Probably team as well, because they're going to be
the
vested.
One who's taking the most out of anybody, right? So ecosystem growth also team, right? The thing is, like, when I read all these things, for me, I just assume team, because they're the ones who get to decide where all this stuff goes, right? So whether that's, like, your friends, family, whatever,
like government contracts,
like the point when I say team is, like, it's a controlled distribution, right? Like, whether you want to sell, or like you use some escrow account or whatever to, like, accumulate these tokens and sell, like, slowly off and whatever, like, make them make back your money for investors, so on. There's a lot of different ways that people can do things to make sure that you just don't mess up your token. But like if you were seeing this from a meme coin perspective, like 99% is cabal, right? Essentially,
Yeah.
is it, maybe not 99 because there's play to earn, okay, and then the IGO
90 plus,
community.
90
So
plus.
let's say like 70%. Okay, let's just be generous. So 70% is cabal. So like you have to consider that when you're buying these things. So then that's okay. If 70% is cabal, it's fine. But the use case and the tech needs to be insane, right? If that's the case, because you need to offset all the other sell pressure that will come over the course of however many years. And that's what I'm asking, right? What is the tech behind it? What is the tech behind the coin now?
Yeah, well, here's the tech. Let's go further down in here. Obviously, circulating supply, we've just seen it. But PFVS token utilities. So this is stating exactly what the token is going to be used for. Gameplay: consume PFVS for Puff Go passes, purchasing to join Puff Go leagues, for game props, for UGC editing, for cloud gaming power purchasing, etc. You can get VPuff, which you lock PFVS to get VPuff for staking income and voting power in PuffDAO. And then the PuffDAO is the council election, community proposals, maintenance, game metrics, adjustments of the Puffverse product, etc. So technically, like hot air and steamy elephant shit is
okay. So I think as gamers, like I would say people on Ronin Radio, we're a little bit above average in terms of like our knowledge of Web3, right? I think a lot of us already know that staking and DAO is like automatically just
bullshit.
it just has to be there. Essentially,
it's like we don't know what to do
it's
yet.
automatic. Yeah,
we want you to buy
it's
now.
more like, okay, let's
it's more a red flag if it's not there, but it doesn't add anything to be there.
So gameplay, my focus now will be on gameplay, right? It says consumes Puffgo pass purchases, so in-game like the whatever thingy, like a battle pass or something in a Puffgo league. Okay, makes sense, right? Now, what I want to know is when people make like if they're focused on Web 2, when they're playing these Web 2 games and they buy with their credit cards, right? Does that automatically swap the buy on the credit card, right, into the token, and then it will directly go into the treasury, right? Because if it does that, then we have a different story. Because now you have USDC being used to buy the token back from the users who are actually playing the game, right? So I think Web 2 is okay, right? But there needs to be some direct way where like you connect the people who are coming through Web 2 and you're making them buy the token indirectly.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, then like I don't see any problem, right? Then like all the users in Web3 and buying tokens and all this stuff are still your ally. Because if all that stuff redirects revenue and ways to bring attention to like the early holders of like NFTs and tokens and so on, then they're not gonna like hate the idea that you're going full on Web 2. Like if I was an investor and you're like, okay, I'm making this Web 2 game, Web 3 guys come invest in me, and I'll be like, why? Oh well, I'm gonna sell this stuff and all the Web 3 guys are gonna get this much revenue share. I'll be like, let's do it. Why not? I don't care. You don't need to like tell everybody you're Web3 or doing crypto or like doing these token stuff. You don't need to. It's fine as long as like the value is redirected back to us.
Well, talking about hot air, what do we think about this? One day on YouTube, my guy, Crypto Yacht Club and BitBloom going crazy over Puffverse. I wondered, do you guys want to? Should we sit and watch this video for 3 minutes?
No.
Now we know who the advisors are on that pie chart.
Yeah. So, the worst thing is the reason why I wanted to actually go to I went to YouTube was to show people the game. Like if you're here and you're just hearing about this and you haven't seen the game itself, like the thing is the end product that they have is pretty decent. It is a reskin of
Fall
Fall
Guys.
Guys,
Yeah.
right? It literally is,
Yeah.
but that has some kind of stickiness with a lot of different demographics, right, of gamers and stuff like that. And I think I just don't think adding the crypto element to that is enough, right? Like to blow people's
I'm more
socks off. Right?
curious. I'm very curious about, because when they did their thing on the launch, the Ronin launchpad, it was like how, do you remember the amount of money that was pledged for the tokens? It was humongous, right? Millions and
I don't
millions.
remember how much it was. No,
No, but it was
But
like
like-
it was on the, you know, on the token when they did the Ronin launchpad thing for when they launched their token, and they, you know, you like they
For
did
which game?
for this
This
token for Puffers.
Let's go.
Oh, it was like $100 million, or was it more or less?
Oh,
I don't know.
I missed that. I was.
It
I
was
think,
it was a huge amount. All the while, no one that we know, no one on the timeline talks about it. So that you could already see or smell they're well collected. That they're super well connected. So it ties in with this Binance link afterwards. But then it's just like who's this? It's amazing for a game like that to have that kind of support. I'm not bashing that at all. It's more like, well, who's standing to
Jiho's-
benefit from this?
Jiho's made a post. I think. Oh, we actually, you know how we can find out? Just go on Cookie, right? Go on Cookie.fun.
Let's just check out Cookie. Shout out to Cookie. I've actually been using this website quite a bit.
Because I saw Jiho's make a tweet about it, like how he's like one of the biggest talkers of like some game, and then I was like, wait, you can probably check other. You can probably check like all other kind of like projects, and then you can see who's actually talking about it, right? The thing is, you might not be seeing it on timeline only because like the algo curate it so you don't see it, right? Because it might be a different kind of community.
I
Like,
got away.
like for example, I don't get to see any of the Chinese community, right? Like on my timeline because I just don't read Chinese. She wants her headset back, man.
She wants her
Her headset, and now look. That's it. It's gone. It's like, hey, that's mine.
Yoink.
Hey, that's mine. What are you doing? I know exactly the conversation going on right now because I face this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now you look like the little Ronke you are.
Shout out
there,
to her.
Now you look like the little Ronke you are, Aguila.
Now you know that the pink headphones was total choice.
Yeah, it was a style choice.
It was a style choice. Yeah. Also, these ones
so
really
cute.
suck. They're like they don't have much volume on them. But yeah, let's check out Cookie.fun. I think this website is actually useful. Maybe it's not at the final.
Yeah,
point
I can
yet.
see. I can see it right now. So like Cookie.fun, I'm checking Popverse. It's like it's actually the Chinese community. So this is like, I get it, right? But like,
Bro, I'm there. Look at me.
Binance as well is a lot majority, Chinese community too, right? So,
True.
It makes a lot of sense, and that's why we like don't really know what's going on. Is because again we're on the other side of the world here.
I've seen this happen like once for the last Odyssey, the chess when they came out. They're like the fourth most pledged raffle on Ronin Market, and then post mint they were selling under floor. So I don't have a very good experience of when the Chinese community go hard on a thing that we don't know about, but
well,
it's like mega dumping.
He's in the United States,
project boosting. So
that's his expert.
Expert.
He's an expert.
Is that on purpose? It's like saying Sir SER, right? It's a crypto expert. I guess so.
Yeah. Well, he's.
But you know what, man? Like the thing is, using these kind of tools like Cookie Fun and understanding why these things are popping off or why things are happening is really good information, right? You can't just be like ego and be like, oh, I don't know this, so I'm not gonna look at it or like not understand it. Like it's very important to actually figure out why, because you might just be missing the opportunity of your life, right? Because like you just don't want to acknowledge that you missed out on something.
Yeah.
So
ego.
I think it's a good thing to just like look at it, see what it is, and like do your research. Like look at this, right? Like I've never seen any of these PFPs apart from Jiho's. and then that little turd at the
Right.
bottom
Code it, but it's a red
right-hand
one.
corner. And Gila's muted. Like,
Yeah, good one, good
Yeah.
one, good one, good one.
yeah.
I'm
I
just
don't know.
saying, yeah.
I don't know why they got a turd in there, but like, I see it.
Code it's here too, bro. Shout out the boys. We're here, bro. We are here. But yeah, nah, I'm not even trying to like, I guess shit on their parade, right? Like I'm really happy for Puffverse, the connections that they have, the way that they've gone with this TGE with Binance. I think it's huge for exposure. But like, yeah, we need to see substance now. I think that's
Yeah.
what's lacking, and the allocation doesn't, encourage me too much. But if product starts to come through and we see players, we see, a real buzz, a genuine, authentic buzz around the game, and then the actual token itself plug into that creativity around the game, then it will start to make a bit more sense. But right now, literally, the concept of the game looks like this to me. Like, and I can't
you know
read
what?
it.
I'll tell you something. Okay. How you said like rain on their parade and so on. I actually think it's a good thing, right? If you have some kind of skepticism and like you want to question something, it's okay to like talk about it openly instead of like just quietly hating on something. Think about it like trading, right? Why do what in trading, why do charts just pump like crazy? It's not because people are buying it, right? It's not
Shorts
only
get
because people are
liquidated.
buying it, it's because someone is shorting it, right? On the other side, when someone is selling, right, and you're buying and they're getting liquidated, the chart is gonna go up further because those shorters have to cover and they have to buy back, right? So what I think about like talking and criticizing open in public is very similar. When you do that, you're actually still bringing attention to a project, right? Whether it's positive or negative. Now, when that attention comes in, let's say you're proven wrong, right? And actually the project is good, right? That attention you brought through the negativity now becomes positive attention. Okay? Because people realize that you were wrong, and then maybe some people missed out, they start buying in later, right? And then some people who had conviction get even more conviction, right, on their project, because there was much more of a balanced situation going into it. I think projects where everyone is like bullish from day one to
Toxic
like
positivity.
day 10 actually ends up having the opposite effect where the crash is like a lot
Is
worse.
greater, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So it's like it's a lot of theory, so and all that stuff, and like I think it's a good thing. I think if you have questions, if you're wondering, okay, why it's like this, why it's like that, it's okay to question it. It's okay to talk about it, right? Just always like be cautious and play it safe when it comes to some of these financial decisions that you have to make.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Trevor made a point. He said Gila is on that chart after tweeting about it once. Literally, that was yesterday. I tweeted about it once and I'm there. So, but yeah, it seems like the community definitely is, Chinese based. We've seen the same with Lumaterra, which people saying in the chat. Seen the same with Fight League. Lumaterra is they're building again. Well, they have been building the whole time, but actually looking forward to see the updates because they've been offline for so long. But Fight League, I haven't got a single thing to say about Fight League, to be honest, guys. There was a lot of hope around the team that came in, and then we saw the previews of the mobile game, and that shit was made maybe 20 years ago. I'm not gonna lie. And so on that note, we're gonna leave those topics alone. We're gonna move on. Other stuff going down in Ronin town, bro. Did you guys see Zio's video?
That was like last week, right?
Yeah, it's last week. I just wanted to see if you saw it or not.
Yeah, the one.
I know why he's saying this, because there was a guy last week, right? We were having this show, and he's like, "Hey, Gila, why did you talk about this video, huh?" And now he's like, "Okay. Like I feel bad."
Do you want no? Do you want to know the real truth? You want to know the real truth?
All right, what's the real truth?
You know how today we got together 5 minutes before we went live.
Okay.
And there was no letting you guys in on it here. Welcome to the candid, authentic show where I will never tell you a bullshit, right? We had no direct plan for today. I was busy getting pissed all weekend and recovering yesterday, so there was no plan. I'm on the Ronin wallet hub right now, and I just saw Zio's face. I thought, oh shit, yeah. What, like, community highlights? What can we highlight? And he was there. So I said it. That was it. Shout out to Zio. Let's keep on moving. I don't think there's much else other than to lock in on where the alpha is. And the alpha, really and truly right now, is the fact that we are about to start rice farming, right?
Yeah.
And this is going to be, I don't know how much I can talk about what's
Leak it
going
all.
to happen.
Leak it all.
I'm not going to leak it all. And I will
leak
tell you
it
this,
all. That's what the
candidly,
chat wants.
I am not in the absolute loop of everything, right? Like, so I don't actually know everything about, the experience that we're about to get our hands on soon. But I will say this, the approach is going to be different in some ways. We've seen a lot of Ponzi's come up in Ronin over the last few weeks. I think Ponzi's are good. They attract attention. They reward, early comers. Early comers is crazy. I don't know why I said that, but the early community that get involved. But also, I think the very positive of the Ponzi is also the straight downfall of a Ponzi. And you can see, like myself, Theban, we've been on the sidelines of pretty much all of these projects. The only one I have actively been involved with was Valhalla or Runic. Well, it's called Valhalla, but the token is Runic. And then the Commander token as well. I just bought it on spot. I didn't get involved in the minting or anything like that. I bought it at spot market. So I don't know. And I'm starting to waver on any form of confidence that I had for longevity on quite a lot of these Ponzi games. And as I started the show and I said, the great rotation is almost inevitable. I won't hold back on that.
Hey, I said that last
week. This
okay?
is old
Gila,
news.
you better fucking give me credit, okay?
Okay.
For my idea, okay? All right. What I said was gonna happen last week.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
right, Gila. He's
All right.
right. He's right below you. You can't just steal an idea like
Yeah, he's doing it right in front of me.
Tell them your idea.
No, you tell them. You already did. You already told like
Yeah,
90% of it.
read the script, Gila. Read the script.
Okay. So Theban is one of the biggest brains on this network, and he already was saying that something's going to happen because Ronki already has that community, that already has a market. There's even tweets that you can go and read that explain this, right, from Theban's account with a week in advance. All right, it's true, and like, I'm not going to make any excuses here, but here's my excuse. So I am making excuses. My brain's frazzled a little bit going into this week. I'm not in a position to be stealing the ideas. I told you I'm not gonna make excuses, but I'm making excuses. So I'm just spewing the thoughts that are going on. I genuinely think the great rotation is going to happen. Theban talked about it last week. I wasn't so confident because I didn't know of anything that was happening. Theban also didn't know of anything that was happening. He just understood the reality of what would happen if something is happening. And today we are telling you that something is most definitely happening. Now, longevity for these types of experiences is important. Tokenomics, of course, is very important in that factor as well. So there is going to be, a lot of smart and loyal community members that are involved in this process before it comes out to the public, right? And like, I think that's really important. And we've had Ponzi's come. We've seen what's been successful over the last few weeks and month. And I think taking those ideas, taking those examples, repackaging it, and learning from it is probably what is gonna put this project head and shoulders above anything that is out there. So, long story short, TLDR, great rotation. It was Theban's idea. It's coming to fruition. Theban, do you have any more ideas on how the future is going to look?
Well, I mean, it's still consistent. We haven't even played out the idea yet.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's still a thesis.
We haven't even had the
It's inevitable.
rice farming or whoever, whatever, like everything out yet, right? But the thing is, Ronkeys do have all the mind share, in my humble opinion. Everybody else before this was the guinea pigs. They got to put out stuff, and now the Ronkeys got to study. They got to be like, okay, what's working? What doesn't work? Okay, let's get all the people, because Ronke is a community, right? It's not like you have to go and pay a bunch of people. It's like they are willing to work together for the success of something greater. So yeah, more minds, as long as they know how to get the right ideas in, they're gonna be fine. So they're gonna use that, figure out how to do something better. And when Ronkeys do launch something, I don't see anyone who wouldn't be like, yo, I gotta be a part of that. Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be great. I think especially on Ronin, there isn't a lot of projects who can survive like the Ponzi meta, right? So I'm still only expecting one. You guys got something crazy going on over there? Is there something? Is there something cooking?
No,
Something cooking?
just looking at the marketplace and looking at the.
Oh, these guys buying Rocket as they speak.
No. do you think
Stark does this all the time. Every time we're on a space, right?
No,
Every time we're on a space and
I'm
we
looking-
talk about something,
I have
is just Stark is always sweeping something. We'll talk about like I don't know, nightmare axes or like some project
It was
coming
SLP
up.
one time as well. It was SLP one time.
Yeah, SLP. Oh yeah, I remember we were having a call or we were having a space and we moved the SLP chart by like 2% or something.
Yeah.
Like, how is that even possible? Like, SLP has an insane market cap. How did?
Well, we could do that today with Ronky, bro. I'm telling you now, that could actually happen.
Yeah. I think it's very much possible, and I think like I don't know if you guys seen the markets today, but everything is like trending upwards again.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's like a bull trap for the week or something first, like. But during this illiquid, long weekend that we just had, the market did not actually dump. Like it didn't dump. So that's a very good sign overall. So I'm kind of interested to see what's gonna happen like these coming weeks, especially if Ronkis are actually launching at a really good time. If we are bullish for the week and they're launching
92 run Ronky
a lot of
NFT floor.
gas.
Yeah,
I don't think they held good, man. They held damn.
They held really good.
And I think this is really cheap. I think this is really cheap. I'm not gonna lie. At the price of ROM right now is what, like 65, 70 bucks?
Yeah. Okay, so Tony in chat roll Mokis. You know what? I will agree with you. Mokis and Ronkes are the kings of Ronin.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I think
100%.
they're like two different, groups. I think there's not a lot of overlap actually over there, but I will agree with you. I like both. I like both Ronkes and Mokis. Ronke was literally created by the community. We know Moki is like that's more organized.
Born of,
like,
yeah. It's born of the community as well, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Those two projects, I just think it's like there's a commonality amongst people in the community in Ronin. Like if you know Moku, you know how much they've done.
Yeah.
Over the last few years, and also what is about to happen with the Moki IP, I think is very, very interesting. I think it's an IP that can go really, really far. So everyone that's smart on Ronin will have an accumulation of Mokis and those NFTs without a doubt. And then Ronki, yeah, like you said, it was the biggest thing from a community push this year for sure. And that community is legit. It's the most authentic CTO that's ever happened. Well, I mean, here on Ronin for sure, because we haven't had much of the activity of meme coins and those types of things. But as a CTO goes, this is the absolute CTO. And like you said, yeah, a community willing to work together, and that's exactly what is happening right now. But once all this, gets over the line, we'll be able to talk about certain things a little bit more. But it's going to be really interesting to see what happens over the next 2 weeks or so. And I think the summer is going to heat up. It's literally, for me, the way to go this summer is keep an eye on Ronke and also make sure you have enough Mokis to get ready for the Grand Arena and their products coming out. I did make a tweet, though, yesterday saying how, like, if you're looking at this, like, genuinely, like, as an intelligent individual, right? Like, you can't look at Ronin right now and be like, ain't shit happening, right? Like, there actually is so much in the realm of gaming. I really don't think anything else is doing so well, right? Like, closest, in my opinion, probably is obviously AVAX, right? Just because of the caliber of games and the Maple Story arc right now. Maple Story is doing really, really well. And shout out to, you know, anyone that's been involved in that. It's a huge IP, so it's kind of bound to do well. But you know, things don't just do well on their own accord, as we have seen in the past, right? But other than that, bro, like nothing is positioned in the same way that Ronin is. And I think the sentiment was down so bad that it was kind of over exaggerated on, you know, how depressing it was. It was depressing. Don't get me wrong. It was real depressing at one point. But I think now that the sun is starting to peer through the clouds, bros, like you start to realize again how formidable and strong Ronin is as an entity within the niche of gaming and crypto gaming, especially with all the games shutting down. I mean, Trevor, he might be in chat. Can I see your list, Trevor? Can you send me your list on Discord of all the games that have shut down over the course of the last 2 weeks? There has been a lot of people hanging their boots up and saying.
By the way, I know we're talking about something else, but the Puffers TGE just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why we were talking about it.
I mean, like, no. I mean, like, literally the launch of the coin.
Yeah.
You didn't check the chart though.
It's down 50%.
It's disgusting. That's why I didn't check the chart, bro.
So it actually launched. It launched like 2 hours ago.
0.16 and it's at 0.08. Holy balls!
Was it the fucking chart? That's the chart.
Yeah, it's down.
You want to
50%.
look at that?
So it came out at 130. I mean, the thing is, there is some like perps for this, so it could get squeezed.
Yeah,
it's like it launched 120 million, bro. 120 million market cap.
It launched at 0.16 and it's at 0.09 now.
Well, I mean, on the 1 minute, it looks kind of like it's finding a floor.
No, that's just the 80% that's in the team's hand. That's not going anywhere. We literally looked at allocation, Demon. I'm like I said, I'm not trying to shit on the parade, but the shit is literally falling from the sky. Like it's raining shit today, so like it's not coming out my ass. You know, like let's be serious, bro. 12% plus 10% is 22%. There is 32% marketing, and there's like 45% advisory. There's 50%. Yield farming. I'm not gonna add that, but eco growth. So literally, like 66 to 67% is in team's hand. If this token is down 50%, this is terrible math. But this is the 60% mark, and it ain't going nowhere because it's all in the team's hand.
Yeah, right, I mean, so I've seen stuff like this where like in the initial they let all the airdrop dudes sell off, and then they'll like start buying, and then get people to FOMO in and buy in too. Right, because Binance doesn't really usually stuff on Binance doesn't always only go down only. You know, so just gonna put that out there just in case.
Time to 2x the money.
You guys want to hear the list of games that have shut down over the course of the last few weeks?
Is it? That sounds really like depressing, but yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, you know what? It's depressing, but then we might be able to celebrate Axie more because of like.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about all the games that shut down, and then let's talk about Axie because I got some stuff I want to say about Axie too.
Yes. Okay. Battlebound, Anteris, Blade of God, Blast Royale, Champions Ascension, Derby Race, Goomballs, Jungle XYZ, Cryptomon, Loot Legends, Metal Core, Mystery Society, Neon Heroes, which, by the way, Neon Heroes at the last GDC event that I went to last year in 2024 was the most fucking hyped thing ever. Every KOL and his mother wanted to suck the dick of Neon Heroes. Robo Kidden, Rumble Kong League, and they just came to Ronin, so don't play with me on that one. I'm pissed about it. Why the fuck did you come to Ronin and then shut down? I will never know. Valeria Studios, which sounds like malaria. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Plus saltwater, level 7, last remains, backwoods, which they got smoked, which was a joke for smokers out there. Shrapnel, terrible fucking game. Shout out to all the team because they were cool people, but the game was fucking god awful. Cosmic Battle, Gala Games, Walking Dead Games, Ember Sword, which first, like had 100 million. So how the fuck you failed, I don't know. And then Shatterline. The last one, Shatterline, is actually pretty sad because I genuinely played that game.
How did you get this whole list, by the way?
Good few weeks. This is the boy himself, Trevor, just keeping track on the
Wow.
industry. Yeah. It's there's so many games shut down.
What he did was he went to his portfolio and he saw everything that's
Yeah.
down 99%, and he's like, he took a screenshot of that. He's like, okay, I think these are the ones that all died. That's
Yeah. Rumble Kong tries to say they aren't closed. They just sold the company to someone else, which means you don't care anymore.
Yeah,
So Brazilian vendor. Okay, well, let's see how that goes. And does that mean there's still a product on Ronin? It does, right? Like everything exists on Ronin still. With Rumble Kongs, I think it was the fact that they came here, they went live, nobody bought their NFT. And I think they were expecting like NFT sales to give them some kind of runway in some way. But and nobody's gonna buy those things, bro. They were like $500 at the time. Not a chance. Not a chance. But yeah. When they say Gala Games, do they mean the whole of Gala Games, including Spider Tanks, or is it just the company Gala Games? Trevor can confirm for you in the chat. But yeah, so many things have died. So many things don't have the staying power. So many things banked their success on too small amount of factors, right? On specific outcomes that just never happened, never came to fruition. And this is where we turn towards something like Axie, which has survived the longest, one, and two, in terms of the NFT value, right? Has the record. And they're not dying at all. They are building, they're evolving, they're producing.
This is what I want to say about Axie. Okay, we were I saw who was it? Kagi, right? Yesterday I quote tweeted him. He said you can measure a game's success by how many people made a career out of it. And he said Kagi in 2023. Axie made careers. Axie will make even more careers. I just want to look back and think how insane it was that during 2021 all the way to end of 2023, right? Literally, we had hundreds of people who did actually have full time, who were just doing Axie full time. I'm not even talking about like only people in like, you know, South America or Philippines or whatever. Like I'm talking like worldwide. I knew people in Europe, I know people in the West, like everywhere, right? Who are actually, whether they were breeders, traders, leaderboard players, right? All of them were like doing great. Some content creators, right? We had so many people making YouTube content and like Twitter content and all that stuff, right? So yeah, it's just amazing that they had that longevity for like 3 years, right? Especially during the bear market.
Yeah.
Right. It only changed, truthfully, when AXB came out, and 2, they decided that they want to go wide instead of like just focus on what they're actually doing right now, right? And then later on they pivot to MMO, and now they're like completely just okay. Let's just chill out. Let's just accumulate in the meantime and reserve our ammunition, and let's just go all out again later. Right, when we got the MMO launch coming. But yeah, I just want to give them their flowers, because freaking amazing, right? A lot of these other games that we have, they last like months, maybe weeks at best.
MMO will make even more careers. To be honest, with that style of game, I don't know how you assimilate the hype factor that was around Axie in the first period, but there was a lot more avenues for people to, you know, have work in many ways. It was very linear, right? Like the rise of Axie was like either you're a scholar or you're a manager. And then you had, content creation and those types of things, and artists and different avenues that existed there. But within the game itself, there'll actually be more avenues for people to have careers, quote unquote, like jobs and work to be done. So I'm thinking now, you know, like how are the whales thinking, right? If you're a huge whale in Axie Infinity, you have a huge AXS holding, or like you've been waiting for this type of product because the play was for land and land didn't work, and now you've been holding on, and now it's like, okay, MMO is coming. This is probably going to be the outcome that I expected with land. Like, as soon as you start getting information, there's going to be a race to arms for collecting people who are, one, competent, probably experienced, you know, been in the ecosystem, understand aspects of Axie, and have proven to kind of be here and work hard, have the capacity to be here. And then you're going to be collecting people, and communities going to be collecting, you know, different types of players, different types of participants. And I think we'll see the guilds really come back in full force, right? That's something that I'm looking at. So as a whale, would you be looking to build a guild, Theben, if you had
Nope.
money? You'd just look straight.
No, I wouldn't build anything until I get confirmation that this stuff is top heavy.
Yeah.
If none of this stuff is top heavy, I will guarantee you no guild of value will participate.
Mhm.
Period. Right? Because there's no attention, right? People need to see big numbers, literally big numbers.
Yeah.
People don't care if 5 million people are making $5 a day. No one cares.
Yeah.
I will tell you, whales don't care. Whale mentality is like, I just want to see a couple of people having the
Yes.
opportunity to make hundreds of thousands, millions, whatever it may be. That's what whales actually want, right?
Yeah.
The other side is more so like the VC side, right? They just want to see wide, you know, maybe there's a lot of people, so they can just dump their tokens and get the hell out. Guilds, when they come in, they actually care more about longevity, right? They don't care about dumping. They care more about longevity. They want to be able to be profitable over time, right? Look at YGG, for example. YGG was in Axie forever, right? Since the beginning. But now they dumped their whole Origin squad, right? Actually, ever since AXP came out, they slowly went away. Look who we had back in the day in Origins. We had Sura, we had Meditate, we had YGG, we had I'm missing someone big here, like Chosen Ones. Like, there's a bunch of
Super Whale or Quest.
guilds who put a lot of money. Yeah, there was Super Whales at that Quest, exactly. So when they realized the price will kept shrinking, they're like, okay, this is no longer worth it for us. There's not enough attention coming. It's not a really good marketing strategy anymore for us. And they all went away, right? And along with them went away actually a huge level of marketing, right? Because those guilds, they were doing marketing for you, right? And you were like indirectly getting to do marketing by, you know, with the rewards that you were providing, which enticed them to come and join. Okay, so sure, you can have guilds, but you're gonna have like guild Dragon Slayer 69, right, playing in your fucking game, and no one gives a shit about Dragon Slayer 69 because they're just a bunch of like, you know.
Shout out to Dragon Slayer 69 if you're out there watching.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's what Theben calls his penis. Anyway, listen, we're
Bro, why you gotta call me out like that, man? I told you that in private.
I don't know. It's too easy, bro. It was free game. Anyway, this is surprising me. The last 30 days, App.Axie, 434 Ethereum in volume. What? Like, who? Where? I'm like questioning it, even though I know it's legit. But like, this is what I'm saying. A project that is this old, right? In an environment where like tons of these projects, and even projects that raise super amounts of money, huge raises, are dying. And you've got Axie, which in some areas of crypto Twitter is like non-existent. It's a scam still, you know, it's a rug. And in the last 30 days, it's doing 434 volume, 434 Ethereum in volume, over almost 100,000 Axies sold. Like, I don't think you could condone this down to wash trading or like.
Well, a lot of it
You know?
is the bounty board. So when you're like, it says buy a shiny, buy an origin.
Yeah,
And
facts.
then you
But
sell it
that's
back
an
for...
economic model, right? No,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and
just
that's
celebrate.
fair. You also have all the nightmare accessories that came out 5 days ago.
Yes. What's the
that's
pricing on those actually?
Last week they were what, $50? Yeah, that was double the
No,
price.
no.
So I'm 30.
It was not. It was not.
It was like,
was it
yeah,
50?
30. No, yeah,
It
you're
was
right.
35.
38. 38.
35 or something. Yeah.
You're right.
I can't believe this
That's-
one's the cheap one. This one looks better.
No, the hand floats next to your axis, so that's why it's cool.
And it's
The other
common
one-
area, I guess. How many is actually here? Only 4 pages? I might sweep the whole fucking thing.
Wait for...
Okay, well, maybe not.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know when you see games that people are like, oh, we had this many users make $5 or $3 a day, or oh, will you be happy with this? It's like a huge red flag for anyone who holds a token, because they know that giving that out in which, by the way, comes out in tokens,
Guzman,
not
yes.
USD, right? If it came out in USD, that's a whole nother story, right?
Mhm.
USDC or USDT or whatever. Because if it comes out in USDC or USDT, then you know that maybe they will invest in the token if they want to use it. But when it comes out in token form, they're not going to hold it, right? The whole idea of a bunch of people getting your token is really bad, because the illusion, the picture that it paints in an investor's mind is that sell pressure. It doesn't matter if the sell pressure is not even like 0.001% of supply. It's what is painting in the person's mind, right? People like scarcity. They like that that the less tokens are given out, right? And price is more stable or going up. And this is why I think like the whole idea of going wide is so wrong in so many ways. And I think going wide, especially by distributing more tokens, is actually a negative marketing strategy.
Yeah, I think the more and more we look at it, the more and more retarded I think everyone has been. Like, why were you trying to make people $10? Like, why were you trying to make so many people $10? Like, was that really, like, did you think that was gonna go somewhere? Like, people were gonna be like, holy shit, $10 and tell 500 people? Like, it now doesn't make sense. I understand that it's important to try things, and maybe this is just the back end, the testing, the results of that. But it has killed so many opportunities, because now people have sour tastes with a lot of projects and they have to reposition a lot of things. How do you reposition when people have ownership of certain aspects of the things you need to change? Like, it becomes messy. So I just hope for a fact people understand what the hell.
It's probably
works.
okay to go wide, but you need to do that with like a Ponzi strategy, You need to create some Ponzi-nomics with it in the very beginning, because when you go wide and you're distributing as many of your tokens in TGE to like as many people as possible, right? Like, you have to have a very solid Ponzi strat, which sounds really stupid for me to say, but in reality, like, you're already leveraging your future in that moment, so you might as well maximize like how much attention you get and how long the attention is, and maybe like at the end of it you'll retain like 10% of users or something, which should be good enough if you get like a lot of people coming in, right? But what ends up happening is, because they just don't want to go into like this Ponzi route and they just go like wide only and distribute, they end up retaining like less than 1% of their users in the end, because they don't actually get any winners. They only get losers at the end of the day. The thing about Ponzi strats is like, there are some winners. There's always going to be some winners left, right? Where the other route without it is just like, you got the bot farmers winning, and bot farmers don't like talk about the projects and blah, blah, blah. Maybe they got a bunch of accounts that will FUD your project at some point, or FUD people calling out, negative things about bots, which I've seen a lot actually of. Like it's just I think not poor planning, but poor understanding of like the landscape,
Yeah.
the industry that you're in.
Well, take notes. Anybody building, take notes, and hopefully, we keep fingers crossed. We hope, playtest for the MMO is soon. We get some kind of hands-on experience. We can start some kind of speculation and understand, what that game might look like. That really is like intriguing to me to know, what will we get as a playtest? Like, how much of the game will they actually allow us into? Like, and what stage will the game be at? Because MMOs, bro, we know, if we're being honest, it's those games take years to make, really and truly. So a lot of speculation, even just around what the playtest will look like, and even what we'll be able to do in this game. And will it be enough information to really start the ball rolling on preparations and hype around the eventual product? So, but nonetheless, as you guys know, started with Axie with me. It always will be Axie with me. So I'm excited to see how these things unfold. But shout out to Axie as well. The bounty board also changed. There is capture on the bounty board now, which again is another way to fight bots to some extent.
I have a comment to make about that, because I remember, and I tweeted about it too. But I remember Luke, because Luke from Pixels last year. I would watch a lot of their AMAs, and almost weekly he would answer comments about, like, what are we doing about the bots? What are we doing about the bots? And something he said multiple times that stuck with me is that captchas are an inefficient way of dealing with bots. He said now it costs less than half a cent to get a bot to solve a captcha, or to however they do it, whether they farm it out to half a cent. So all of these quests that you're capturing, they give more than half a cent in passive AXS. So you're doing nothing. You're just wasting funds setting this up. That's every click you have to do on the basic bounty board. You have to do that. And it fails sometimes, and you have to refresh. And it's not deterring bots, because it's cheaper for them to do that. So,
how does that prevent a bot? I know I don't want to get technical.
No, it's just that it makes it a bit more costly. But since you're rewarding them with more than half a cent per click here, it does nothing. It's fluff. For me, it's fluff to make people feel like they're combating the bots. It's like, oh yeah, we saw Stark complaining about bots last week. We're gonna say, like, captcha. That's not how you do it.
What was that? You just did a Wakanda.
I don't know. I wanted to do like this, but I did it with both arms.
What was that?
Wakanda forever. No, I wanted to go like hooray like this, but I autismed out and did it with both arms.
Yeah.
It's like a double fuck yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I don't know the answers. I don't have the answers.
I've got limited space to work with in this room, so my gestures have to be contained, So.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, let's talk about something else that we could be excited about. I'm excited about this. I don't know about you guys, but
I killed him.
Thiebman's finished. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about this. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on the screen. You guys, let me know how you feel about it. All right.
Yay! Aquarius.
Thiebman, I want your opinion, because you don't get involved in any of this shit. I need to know.
What do you want? What do you want to tell you? It's another Ponzi, bro. Price goes up, sell. The price goes down, don't buy. I don't know. What the fuck you want me to tell you, bro?
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Aquarium Quest is coming. I genuinely think, though, that if you're early to this one, it's going.
At least
the wet paper is good.
At least that's nice, At least
you know what I mean? Culture. But shout out to everyone that's going to be involved in this. I hope you guys fucking win. All right. I hope you guys fucking win. All right.
I'll tell you one thing. Again, no one messages me about these Ponzi, stuff that they're building or anything, or wanna have some kind of. To be fair, that's a huge L. Why should I care?
That's a huge L. If I was making a Ponzi, and you got to be DMing Thiebman, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. You got to make him the first person through the door, and then your Ponzi will probably do really, really, really fucking well. So
I'm not gonna partake in something that no one is like, yo, you want to be a part. Like it's really negative EV, you know, especially like when you have knowledge and you got all this stuff, like it's just not worth it. Yeah, you just don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not degenerate enough to just like jump into these things without like on the secondary market. Like that's just ridiculous.
That's what you guys have got me for. All right, I'll be your experiment. I will experiment for you. Okay, sounds good. I think at this point we're Wakanda forever. Unless you have something for us, Stark, to bring to the table. Anything that's on your mind. I know you had a little.
Epic Era starts tomorrow, so excited to.
Oh, it's the last day. Yo, we got
Last
stream.
day of Rare Era.
I'm streaming Axie all day.
Last day of the Rare Era, and then Real Axie starts tomorrow.
Wait, let me check. Axie Dop.
Do you pay the $1 or do you want me to show you the?
No.
Ooh,
I pay
the bots are gone from the top 1,000 too. They're still there farming the top 20,000 rewards, but it's good to see there's not a single bot in the top 1,000. It was a player liquidity issue, but it's good that it got brought to our attention because they're still there. Not because they're not in the top 1,000 anymore, that they're not in the top 5,000, top 10,000. There's up to 20,000 people accounts getting rewards, and they're farming them.
Well, yeah, there's like you said, no one really wants to play rare so much, but on the last few days, you see them turn up, and as you can see, a lot more players. And a lot more legitimate teams are coming into the fray. It was literally top 200, and you could see like the most ridiculous bot teams.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god,
Demon, you're playing Rare Era today?
Fuck no.
Well, can you?
Rare Era is it's that's the pity era. Okay, that's the era.
Well, help me, bro.
All right, guys, you gotta. That's where they throw out the bread to the pigeons, bro. Like, not fucking.
It's the epitome of the going wide strategy. It's like oh, you don't have
to say
I
the
would
epic
never
man
touch
or whatever.
Rare Era ever, bro. Like.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, do you fancy coming on stream and going top 100 with a poison team?
Epic is fun though. I like Epic a lot.
Yeah, Epic is cool.
Epic is a lot of fun. But yeah, Rare Era is like probably the most negative EV. And maybe there's a few who can do okay, but it's just like it just doesn't make sense. Epic and Mystic is positive EV because you can actually transition your Epic team into Mystic team ever since they got like the rune upgrade, right? So it makes a lot of sense to have like one comp for
all 3 eras.
3 eras exactly. Where like Rare Era is like it makes no sense. Like well, why?
Well, I mean, if you're morphing and stuff like that as well, it's like, you gotta. There's no point spending the money on morph.
They just need to cut it.
Need
to cut it. Cut rewards so everyone except the top 1,000, and get the fucking ball rolling, bro.
They have a lot of inefficiencies when it comes to like rewarding origins, and the thing is, they've never like from the history of origins release. I've obviously analyzed how Sky Mavis deals with this stuff. They always look where the attention is. They never look where the attention isn't, right? All the attention is obviously always in the top 100, top 1,000. So they're always tweaking shit in there, right? But they don't see who else is down there doing the shenanigans behind the scenes. You get what I mean? Like you said, the bars is because no one really is in there being like, yo, what is this? What is that? Only now that no one is actually really talking about the leaderboards because, like, let's be real, most of the people who are bringing attention to the game aren't playing because it's not worth their time. Like now everyone's like, yo, look at these bots over here because the guys who are playing for fun are like, yo, what is going on? What is this shit? Right? So, hopefully, let's see what happens, man. I think next season, if next season they're not doing what Stark said, which is like try to contract the rewards more, right? Make people fight harder for these rewards, and then like get that bottleneck where like the rewards are so good that you have to then expand, right?
They said they were cooking on it though. Not this season, maybe next season. But I swear, oh my god, if they underwhelm again.
Yeah, the runes and charms reduction cost was kind of underwhelming. I won't lie to you. That's
but I'm talking about flat out the reward system, if it's an underwhelming outcome,
Oh,
I
you mean
will
if
be
they play it safe?
I will be
Yeah.
fucking cussing
If they play it safe,
hard.
is what
Yes.
you're saying, right? Yeah, yeah. I
Sorry,
completely
but-
agree. If they play it safe, I will puke. Like I will literally puke. Like I'm tired of the whole like playing it safe stuff. Like just fucking do it. Like spice things up. Like
Based on history, it will be underwhelming. Let's just not repeat history. Just put your balls on the table. It's not hard.
and
Right.
I don't know. I feel different now. I would have said that. I would have agreed with you that it would have been underwhelming like maybe a week or a couple weeks. But seeing what like how the team's talking and how they're changing some aspects within right their company and all that stuff, I feel like there's a chance. There's a better chance that I think they might go balls to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's to that. Someone in the chat wanted to talk about Zverse. This is a new game that did come to Ronin. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Yeah, what is that
Wanna-
actually?
It's like an MMO. Trevor said it was like a failed game or something, but I don't. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. But they have a mint that's coming right now. It is open world MMO style, I believe.
Oh,
The gates are open. Ronin is
Think
where
so.
our next chapter begins. A new world, a new home. Let's walk you through it. This isn't just an update, it's a whole new game. Zverse is free to play MMORPG, blending exploration, skill mastery, creature collection, and battles. Endless horizons, fresh quests. It's actually, is it browser based? I'll open this and check in a sec. With our move to Ronin, the V token will soon land on Katana. If you're looking to earn, trade, or build, this is where it begins. Mark the date on May 29th in 2 days. We launch our first Ronin Network X Zverse game collab mint. It's called The Oath. It's limited, it's lore connected, and it will matter in ways we're not ready to say yet. Starting tomorrow, which was yesterday. No, it wasn't. It was last week. I'm talking about. You'll find a brand new Ronin bounty inside the wallet. There was that. I didn't do it, but shout out to everyone that did. And it will give you whitelist guarantee.
Shout out to all the bots that did the simple quests in the wallet. Shout out to the bots that won the whitelist instead of giving whitelist to real players.
Yeah. One of our most anticipated drops, the Ambassador program, is live, built to empower players, refer, grow stakes, starting at 100,000% APY. That's the most, like, why even put that, bro? Because it's just going to change immediately. The top tier.
Starting at infinity APY.
Yeah. Starting at give us $1 and we'll give you generational wealth.
Yeah, divide a
And
number
then the
by
next
0.
day it will be back to zero. Yeah. The top tier earns uncapped 50% lifetime revenue share. We don't just play together, we build and win together. More details about it. It's like, do they actually think they're talking to retards sometimes? But anyway, one more thing. They are. Look here, you're talking to me. One more thing. On June 4th, something stirs. Play to airdrop begins with quests, progression, and serious rewards on the other side. Now you can guess what's coming next. Any partner or collab programs available at ATM, and they do. They have the Ambassador program is here, so if anyone's interested in that, we can share that on screen. It is browser based, I'm guessing. Then play the game.
They're I don't know, bro. It just looks weird.
In about like 40 seconds when this loads, I'm gonna give you the 10-second review. Right.
I don't like these like Roblox type stuff. Maybe because I'm a boomer. I don't know.
I agree with you on that. I definitely have that affinity to not like the art style of these things. Except how easy is it to play the game? Downloading assets, boy. I'm on it. Here we go. Drum roll. Oh, fuck. Sign up. Can't even sign up. Literally can't sign up. This is what it shows me. So on that note, I'm going to end today's show. Thank you guys for coming through. Actually, you know what? We can't just end the show like that. You know why? Because we have 2 beautiful
Right.
Ronky NFTs to give away. We're going to do that right now
Fucking no.
before we end the show. So shout out to everybody that has subscribed to the YouTube channel. We're going to keep pushing. 1,000 subscribers is the next goal for sure. And the videos they're going to start pushing out. We're going to start pushing them out. To be honest, the Ronin Radio YouTube videos will be more aimed towards the onboarding, the instructional side of things, and then introductions to games and things like that, as well as we continue expanding. But you know, we're trying to we want Ronin Radio to be a one-stop place for people that are coming into Ronin to learn everything that they need to about the ecosystem, and then tune in with the show twice a week and become part of the culture. But for now, the Ronkies that we dedicated, right? We got, bro, this Ronky is actually so good.
Yes.
This Ronky, like, I've
A
not seen many.
Roman general or a Spartan.
Yeah, but with it's the eye as well, bro. I don't know what the eye trait is called,
Trait
but
is. He's got his eye on you. He's ready.
So this is one of them. Ronky 1630 and also Ronky 5713. We are going to be giving them away. I gotta go to our account. Actually, let me check. Who are our subscribers? I'm gonna go through the list of subscribers here. I'm gonna choose. I'm just gonna choose one. It's not even gonna be random. I'm just gonna choose who I fuck with the heaviest. So just understand that your participation with things that we do is taken note of. You know, I notice a lot of your names. I notice a lot of your activity and what you guys do. I appreciate the support that you give. And these are the ways that we're going to reward it. But this is only going to subscribers. So without further ado, if you are here in the YouTube chat, then you're probably in luck of certain things. I will say, I'm going to do a spin. I'm going to do a spin to win. There's 4 different people here, right? Names, spin to win. That was the worst way to search it. This Zverse music is sending me to sleep as well. Okay, cool. Wheel of names. Exactly what I was looking for. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's be fair. Everyone that is here and live in the show, in YouTube, make a comment right now, and I'll add your names to the list, okay? Okay. Faint Gonzalez.
I don't know if you saw it, but did you see Sushi 2 minutes ago says he'll give away more Ronke NFTs when Ronin Radio reaches 1K subs?
What? Yes. Shout out to the Sushi boy. Let's
Scroll
make it
up to
happen.
2 minutes ago. I'll show it. Feature it.
In the chat?
Yeah, it's on the YouTube chat. Feature it on the screen.
You know you can do that too. You do realize that? Like I'm not the only retard here.
I literally can't.
There's not a shot. That you can't. It's one-man band. It's fucking crazy.
Well, you don't want your guests hijacking your.
Yes, I do.
Top tier.
That's content.
There we go. Race to 1K subs.
Well, listen, all I'm going to say this is not, I don't think it's a leak. It's kind of a leak. You're going to want an NFT. You're going to want one. You're going to want one. All right. Who else we got? Robocop, Defo in the mix. And you know what? Call me John Lee. You Defo in the mix, bro. John Lee. We got Gunlock here too.
Look at how many people are commenting from YouTube. Wow.
Yeah, look, you guys don't want to talk through that show, but there's NFT going on, buddy.
Coming out of the woodwork, yo.
Sagar. You got my boy Sagar. Simmer down, Sagar. Goose. Are you guys making fake YouTube accounts? Is this it? We're a war on bots over here too. Internet Money. That is actually the name of a producer label. I don't think it's you. MD Rayhan Islam. Rayhan. I'm just going to put Rayhan. Pray to earn. Yes. God would be thankful for that. I think he pays you in gratitude. Mauricio.
Pray to earn.
That's a crazy name, right?
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you pray for, a better financial situation, technically it's pray to earn, right?
That's what a lot of us have been doing recently. Mr. X1. Mr. X.1. It's a strange name, but anyway. Nagamani. Does that mean anything? Did I just say a cuss word?
when you're all of us here are believers in God, man. That's the fact.
Yeah. Dragon
Whenever we buy a token, we're believing in God.
Yeah. God, please.
Just praying. Please don't let this be a rug.
Well,
Jesus.
pray for Ronky.
Where's Benjamin today? Benjamin could have won a Ronky, but
Benjamin, bro.
Where the fuck is Benjamin?
Benjamin could have been here. We could have got him out of Ronin and into something decent.
He still has a chance.
No, I think he's disappeared. I think he's.
Oh man, the tweets next week when Ronin potentially starts crashing are gonna be.
I'm gonna say it here. You know what? Because Ronin mining network, you guys faded me so heavily. Actually, no, center stage me right the fuck now. This is
He's talking
happening.
to himself now.
This is happening.
Side
Right.
stage.
Let's get this off the screen though, real quick. Ronin mining network. You guys faded me. You faded Theban. You faded Stark. You faded so many of us. And I'm going to say, you have 2 weeks before you absolutely die. Dead. EED.
That's quite generous. 2 weeks
Yeah.
is generous.
It's quite the call.
Well, I'm actually allowing some sympathy. And also,
I haven't seen the Benjamin in here today.
the actual people that I fuck with, I hope you guys have won in their Ponzi economy. Get the fuck out. 2 weeks. Right. Shout out to the Ronin mining network. You're going to be digging in the dirt for a while.
Hey, you don't forget Shedra.
Yeah, Shedrick out, please. So thanks.
You got
Shout out to People of Moses. You guys, yeah, the People of Moses won for sure, bro. Let's go. Do People of Moses get even higher chance? They honestly, they don't. There is stuff happening in the People of Moses chat. You have to be vetted though, which it requires you to have 5 million Moses tokens. So there is that avenue. There's some stuff going down that I cannot speak of. But
wait,
yeah,
we were talking about Ronin, right?
Ronin. Yeah,
Ronin. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, they're. I feel like they're on their last support right now.
Bro, look.
Unless
It
this
is
is
over.
like, unless it's mooning from here. If it breaks this support, oh boy.
Who said it's mooning from here? That is the most cope in the chat today.
I'm just saying. I'm just looking. This is support, right? Support is support
go
till it
either
isn't,
way.
right?
Yeah.
Support is support till it isn't.
It's not a support just because you say it's not.
This is
Are you
this
fucking
is
kidding
this is
me?
the support. This was like before the last, like the pump to 18M or whatever it says here, right? This is where it accumulated. So
Are you guys actually kidding me? This is
Nah, I'm
this
just
is what
checking
the
the
chart
chart.
looks like, and you guys still have some kind of fucking faith.
yeah, because from here, right,
You're
you
not
can draw
showing
the
the chart, by
line.
the way.
You're not showing the chart. It can just rip right up to 24 if the support holds. But if this support doesn't hold, it's GG. Yeah, okay, you're checking the daily. Go to like 4 hours because it
I don't
doesn't have
care for
enough
4
lifetime.
hours, bro.
Or 1 hour, right? Even it doesn't have enough lifetime to check the daily, brother.
You trying to say this is support?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it's at right now. Yeah, that was the accumulation phase, right? Before it ripped up. So this is like, and that was also the previous resistance around like 6-7 million, right? So
My
now,
camera
now it
died
becomes
the
support.
same way.
The
that
show
Ronin
will die.
Yeah, Ronin will die. Anyway, here we go. 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 It is time. Everyone is locked in. Actually, the last person that isn't locked in, that should be locked in, is nah. You know how incredible it is? I can spell Jonathan backwards so easy now. Dan
Yeah,
Nosh.
you're doing it so quickly. Wow, so good.
I just had to
so
say it first. That's all. All right, you guys ready?
Wait. Hang on. Wait. Let's make sure. You see, you don't got Shedra in there.
Why is Shedra not in there?
Oh, Xanazos should be there. Shedra's not in the YouTube chat. That's why she's fading us.
She's in the chat.
She's in the chat.
There you go.
She's in the chat. She's
Shadra.
literally talking in the chat, bro. You just scroll up.
Yeah. Do I see a YouTube symbol next to it?
Yes, there's literally a YouTube symbol next to it. She's saying, I am convinced he hates me.
Shedra,
Yeah.
I love you. Shedra, I love you.
Dude,
Did-
that was...
I still can't see it. Maybe I've blocked you.
What do you mean? It's like right there. It's at,
It's not.
it's at
not.
35. It's in the last minute she wrote. You know, it was 2 above Jonathan. Just 2. Go back to Jonathan's 2 emojis. 2 above it.
Oh, I can see it now. I can see it now. See. Nah. Here we go. We're gonna spin the wheel. Let's go, everybody. Whoa! First Ronky NFT is going to.
He called it. He called it.
Let's
Nice.
go. Let's go.
I think if
Like,
you-
hey, yo, congratulations,
if
man,
you-
bro. Actually, to be fair, bro, you be supporting, man. Even on the live streams when we go live. Shout out to Gunlock, the homie. Well done, bro. You get yourself a Ronky NFT. Just send me a DM, and I'll make sure we sort that out after today's show. But there is still one more. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's not over yet. Let me just remove this because this is kind of annoying me. I'm gonna stop cam. Boop. There we go.
So close to John Lee.
I thought John Lee had it, bro.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
deserved it too. Okay,
Remove.
let's remove Gunlock.
Your odds have all increased, folks.
The chance is now. This is it. This is it. For the second Ronky NFT.
Which one is it? Which one is the second Ronky? Which one
The
is
second
Gunlock getting
is-
first?
Okay, this is one you're getting, Gunlock.
Show us.
The
Let's
superhero
go.
from Egyptian times that has antennas, which are
the Ninja
penises.
Turtle.
It's an ant pharaoh Ronky.
Yeah.
Ant Pharaoh Ninja Turtle. Monkey. Ninja Monkey.
It's a double dickhead.
What?
Anyway, this is the next Ronky. This is the one you guys are queued up to win right
That
now.
one is badass.
This one
Nice.
is cold. This is the cold one. This is the cold one.
Nice purchase price.
so-
Nice purchase price, Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was there sweeping the floors. No, actually, I bought this as a baby Ronky
Ah.
and then revealed it. So yeah.
Nice.
I bought like 5 of the baby Ronkies or something. Anyway, here we go. Spin to win for the best looking Ronky. The winner is.
Oh God.
The winner of this Ronky today is a
Hey,
people of
29.
Moses,
Ito 9.
Itonine. Let's go. I told you that people of Moses buff is real. It's absolutely real. Unfortunately, praying did not turn into earning today, but Itonine, congratulations. Thank you guys for subscribing. Of course, we're gonna keep it coming. 1,000. Hey, Sushi said he's going to do a little something. I might have to DM him. He rugged me on my own 1 of 1, so he might rug you on this one, guys. So don't get your hopes up. Eh?
That's not how you get someone
Gila's still bitter, man.
I'm
Gila's
bitter as fuck,
to
bro.
this
Look at my
fucking
PFP.
day,
That could have been
bro.
a real Ronky. That could have been one. That could have been an NFT. And it's
Gila's
not.
bitter to this day, bro.
I will never
I
not
don't
be
think
bitter
he's
about
ever
that, bro.
gonna let it
Like,
go.
No,
Yeah.
no. Dead ass. Anyway, on that note, you can all fuck off now. I love you all. See you on Thursday.
Love
Bye.
y'all. Bye.